I'm Tracy Austin. Now I'm going to take you through my favorite shot, the two-handed backhand. First we'll talk grip. We talked about the forehand, how the knuckle is on the back side of the racket. Now that knuckle needs to move over, not all the way to the top, but in between, the bevel that's in between the side and the top. And that will give you a stronger grip, a stronger hold, because if you keep the forehand grip, look how flimsy this is. It really will hurt your racket, or excuse me, your wrist, and you won't have as much strength. So first the grip needs to be moved over. Then you got that great ready position and that great shoulder turn, very early shoulder turn. Even as you're moving to a ball, you've got to get that shoulder turn and that racket back nice and early. That's also going to be a power source later on. So you got that shoulder turn, you got that nice loop. So the racket head comes about up even with your head. You're not going to be coming down low like this, and you're not going to be coming up too high, because then you won't have enough time to get through the loop. So it's a nice relaxed loop. I should actually mention now where the left hand goes. The left hand on a two-handed backhand comes at the back end of the racket like this. So it's just kind of placing the racket or the hand at the back like this and then gripping. And it's not a death grip, and your hands are together. Not squeezed together real tight, but just gently together. You don't want space like this, because then it becomes unwieldy. So the fingers are nicely placed together. So you got that great take back here. You got that nice loop that started, nice gentle loop that started. The hip is started to turn, which is very important for the power source later on. And then the racket starts to come through. And notice my arms are relaxed the whole time. I don't have my arms stiff like this, because that will slow down your racket head speed. So you want your shoulders nice and relaxed and even, parallel here. So you got that nice loop. You're going to come down below the height of the ball of where you're going to hit it. So if you're going to make contact here, you want that racket to come below the ball and then be brushing up as you hit the ball. Where is that contact point on the backhand? It's about even with your right hip if you're a righty. Okay, it's not back here, because then you'll be hitting the ball too late. The ball's playing you instead of you controlling the ball. Very important that your racket head is like this, perpendicular. If you are opened it a little bit with these powerful racket frames now, the ball will go long. So if your ball is consistently going long, check out where your racket head is at contact point. Very important. How do you change that racket head at contact point? You move it a little bit with this left hand. This left hand does a lot of work on the two-handed backhand. It's not just along for the ride. It can actually help you get that racket down below the ball and brush up for the top spin. It can actually change that racket head at point of impact, so that's very important. And you use a lot of left hand on that two-hander to direct where the ball goes as well.